financial astrology of 2026, well, and a bit of 2025. So this is what I am going to discuss with myself today. And if you have any questions, write them in the comments and I will try to answer them in the videos that I'm gonna record next, hopefully, one day. So 2025 already was quite interesting, and I do believe that we had this special moment in the summer 2025 when presidents of Russia and United States met in Alaska. And in my less than humble opinion, I did speak about that period in my videos. And because we had both Saturn and Neptune in retrograde, as far as I remember, the action was hidden and we didn't learn much about what happened during that meeting of Mr. Putin and Mr. Trump. So in my less than humble opinion, they simply, I don't know whether they agreed or not, but the intention probably was the division of the world into the sphere of influence of United States. That, in my opinion, would be the Americas, both or three Americas, if we are talking about North America, Central America, and South America, where it is highly possible that United States will at certain stage withdraw from parts or maybe whole Europe, because in my less than humble opinion, they simply don't have means to have all of these countries under control. And Russia, on the other hand, it is possible that will devour a part of Ukraine, maybe other countries that used to be part of Soviet Union. So I think that Trump and Putin discussed these matters during that meeting. And China will probably take the rest, yeah? So, but we'll see. But what astrology says about finances of the next couple of months and the next year. So we did discuss this matter a number of times. I did say that one of the most important parts is the play of 4 slow-moving planets. That's Pluto, Neptune, and Saturn, and Uranus. And these planets create this setup in the sky. So there is 2 sextile to the first degrees of Aries. That's the world point, very, very important point in the world horoscope. And these 2 planets, Neptune and Saturn, are going to meet in this very world point next year, I think 19th or 20th of February. Because it is so strong. These are slow-moving planets, and all of them are extremely important in the message, the energy they bring. And right now, 4 of them is playing together. 4 slowest moving planets in the sky that are considered the classic planets in the astrology. Yeah. So in the Western astrology. And because they play together, and between them there's lots of harmonious energy, and if they aspect first degrees of any zodiac sign, and they do somehow, they make profound influence on that point, if in particular horoscope. And Neptune and Saturn together in the first degree of Aries will bring both. Neptune will bring dissolution of any sort of borders, and Saturn will bring borders, and all of that is happening in the sign responsible for war, initiation, fire, fight. So I do believe that during First World War, Second World War, the way we were fighting wars were changed in such a way that before the first war, soldiers usually saw each other while in a battle, and at the end of World War I, they didn't. They started using gas, airplanes, long-range artillery, so there was less and less contact between soldiers fighting each other. And then came World War II that brought blitzkrieg, so a very fast, aggressive movement of one of the armies, usually German, that were making 100-kilometer progress every day. So that was the novelty in the World War II. And what we are seeing right now is, let's say, digitalization of war, and sometimes a war is being fought right now, even without both sides realizing that their assets that are completely digital and electronic and run by AI fight and destroy each other. So this is how far we got from fighting person against person. So that's just the main theme. Pluto in Aquarius will bring both revolutions from the depths, so a general revolution from the let's say the poorest classes of society will revolt somehow, but then on the other hand, this plutocracy will control this revolution. And the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, I'm not sure, but I think that this was American Revolution and French Revolution, so that these were the teams played by Pluto. And we have to remember that Pluto is very strong, because this is the last time Pluto is going to be out of bounds for next 3,000 or 5,000 years. And then we have the pair that I want to focus today, that's Uranus. And Uranus was restructuring, and still is, the finances and the property and the real things that we have and govern. So the last time Uranus was in Taurus, that was the year 1934 to 1942, as far as I remember. And it brought revolution in the matter of finances. And finally, Bretton Woods Agreement was created a bit later, when Uranus was already in Gemini. But the revolution came to the finances and the world, how we worked with our properties for last 80-something years. And this is what Uranus started doing a number of years ago, I think in 2011 probably. No, in 2011 Uranus was still in, that was Fukushima, that was first degree of Aries. So 2018, we would have to check it. But so in 2017-18, I think, Uranus entered Taurus. That gave us the first real hype on crypto. And the job of Uranus in Taurus is going to be finished next year. So now I'm going to give you the dates that are interesting, because Uranus is still in Gemini, it's going retrograde, so it's moving backwards. So this is the inner development and restructurization and revolution regarding communication. But on the 6th of November, that's going to be the last contact of Uranus and Moon in Gemini. And then one day later, I think on the 7th, we are going to have Uranus on the 8th, Uranus entering Taurus for the last time for next 84 years, maybe 70, 80 years. And what is going to happen is, this is the last visit for next number of years. So what we could expect, first of all, is expect unexpected. That's on the 8th of November 2025. So in a couple of days. When Uranus is in Taurus, it's a couple of years, 6 years, where Uranus is revolutionizing the finances that we have, the type of properties we own, and and we govern. So these are going to be the themes of the last visit, and Uranus is going to finish off with the job. So the question is the whole world going to turn completely digital right now? Is it going to be crypto? Is it going to be both? Like, are crypto going to be used together with some sort of digital money issued by the government? We'll see. But this revolution starts its final stage on the 8th of November 2025. I am simply wondering how are the markets going to look like in the next couple of days, because it can bring some sort of a shakeup regarding the markets. And then we have Uranus. Uranus on the 21st of November is going to oppose the Sun. That's going to be the first opposition when first and probably the last opposition for the time being for next 8 years, when Uranus just entered retrograding Taurus with the Sun. But at that very moment, there's very many very positive aspects. So it's not the financial advice. I don't really know much about finances. If I knew, I would be a rich person, and I'm not. I have to get a new camera anyways. It's 150 quid, and I can't get it. Never mind. But that's a very strong moment, because in the very same time we are going to have a grand trine in the sky. Maybe a couple of these earlier. We'll have Sun, Saturn, and Jupiter in the water signs, making a big trine. That's a very, very positive aspect in general, but it can be some sort of a hype as well. But expect unexpected on the markets in the next couple of days and weeks and even months. That can be the last push of the of financial markets. And that is going to happen on the 21st of November 2025. Then, on the 4th of February 2026, Uranus will stop retrograding in Taurus. So it means that the inner job of Uranus in Taurus, the restructuring of the financial system, will be complete. And from then on, from the 4th of February 2026, there is going to be a revolutionary execution of what Uranus wanted to do in Taurus from this 2017-18 till now, till 2026. So this is the final stage where it gets to the planning, restructurization is done. Then Uranus stops for a day to maybe 5, and then moves forward. So this is the moment where Uranus will apply these changes. We'll see how it goes, because January, February are going to be interesting months anyways. And then we have the 23rd of February 2026, and this is the time where we'll have Uranus in conjunction with the Moon, first time when it's moving forward in Taurus, and in the very same time, 2-3 days earlier, we would have had a conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Aries in the world point. That is a big event, astrological event anyways. And Uranus is not in trine with Pluto at that stage. Or if it is, it's quite a loose, it's 4 degrees, 6 degrees away from the trine, and is 4 degrees away from this conjunction. It's still applicable, but it's not as strong. But this is the first time Uranus meets Moon. And that's an extra energy and emotions that can be given to this final stage of Uranus work, of the revolutionary work of Uranus in Taurus. Expect unexpected. And then we are going to have the 24th of April 2026, when we will have Uranus in conjunction with Venus, still in the very last degree of Taurus. I think that this is going to be the final goodbye. At this stage, Uranus is going to be 6 degrees away, 5.5 degrees away from trining Pluto. And as you can see, this conjunction of Neptune and Saturn that will take place only once on the 19th, 20th of February 2026 will already be loose, but still there's going to be just 3 degrees from Neptune. So Pluto is going to be 3 degrees from sextiling Neptune, and Uranus is going to be 3 degrees from sextiling Neptune as well. So that's still a very strong setup. And Pluto is going on that day oppose Moon as well, so extra emotions added to the mix. But I think that this is the day where we all may think that everything is going to be nice and is going to be easy in the sector of finances. We may receive some sort of diplomatic information saying, listen to us, maybe the markets were a bit rough recently, but we have everything under control. It's all going to be nice and easy. And the next day, or next 2 days, Uranus switch signs, and that's gonna be the final moments of Uranus in Taurus. That 2 days later, Uranus enters Gemini, where it will work for 6 or 8 years, revolutionizing communication. When Uranus did it from 1944 to 1952, 55. We would have to check that, but that was the period when we got new radios, and most of all we got the telly all over the world, entering first the United States, UK, France, Germany. So that was the rollout of television. And I think that this time, this stay of Uranus in Gemini, that is going to trine Pluto anyway, and sextile Neptune in the same time, may give us a new form of illusion, a new form of electronic means of communication, maybe something similar to telepathy, like, in the 50s, if someone thought of, or even 40s, if someone thought that everyone is going to have a cinema in their own private place, was unthinkable, but it finally happened. So I do think that we can expect the revolution in the areas like love life, love robots, love partners, lots of interaction in the virtual world in the ways that we don't understand yet. And in general, technology is going to make a massive leap, because we had an asteroid revolution when Pluto was in Aquarius, as far as I remember. But then we are going to have this information revolution as well, driven by Uranus in Gemini for next 6 to 8 years. But then we have Neptune in the sign of, as I said, war, fire, and initiation. That can give us supporting both of these planets in the same time. So there is going to be a great amount of illusion as well. But things to remember about Uranus: when it enters Taurus in a couple of days, I think it was the 9th or 6th of November, the 6th of November. 6th or 8th of November, come on. The 8th of November. So again, Uranus is gonna go back into Taurus to repeat, restructure, revolutionize everything regarding finances, properties, the way we store and earn money. Then from January, February is gonna apply these changes in a revolutionary way, and then in April, that's gonna be end, and Uranus is gonna restructure and revolutionize the way we communicate and live online. So expect unexpected regarding the finances, and I do believe that we are going to receive some sort of movement on the markets anyways in November. Unexpected, as I said. I'm not very good in finances, but not everyone has to be. But this is what we can expect in November, and then January, February, the movement forward. So these changes are going to be applied, and then April, Uranus will be done with restructure of finances all around the world, and we will wake up in the new financial system that will probably last for a number of years. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, comment section below, and that's it. And see you next time in a next video. So that's it for today. Bye bye.